Thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. Our running dry coverage of the ongoing water crisis continues tonight with Neighborhood News team coverage. Jacob Daniels has the big news coming out of today's City Council Water Workshop. There are a clear picture of how and when we might go into a level 1 water emergency. Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber breaks down the science side of the story, and Melissa Trevino reports on a big concern in Orange Grove. There are disturbing changes in their changes in their only source of drinking water. Our coverage begins with Jacob Daniels.
Corpus Christi's reservoirs are critically low, and a water emergency looks almost unavoidable. I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Jacob Daniels, with the city's first public talks on what that means for you. Corpus Christi water has been under drought restrictions since June of 2022. Now the city is preparing for what comes next. That next step, a level 1 water emergency, which triggers when the city is within 6 months of not meeting that demand. Today's workshop was to discuss what reductions would look like if the city enters that stage.
And so hopefully by mid-April, we'll have an updated model, and that'll guide us. So we won't call a level 1 water emergency until we can see clearly when that 6-month time frame kicks in.
For residents, city officials note that residents have already done a good job of cutting back and that most are already well below the use target.
I don't want to increase residential water use, but my sense is the citizens have done a tremendous job, and we should reward that.
But council members raised sharp questions about whether large industrial water users are doing the same and whether the current plan will actually work.
So I am not picking on this category, but I think we have to be very realistic with this document. If we're going to request somebody cut back by 25%, can they do that?
Councilwoman Kaylin Paxson pushed back on staff, saying that the data she requested on individual industrial users was never delivered.
So I find it frustrating and disingenuous that what I've asked for weeks is not presented here today.
Staff acknowledged the data exists and promised to present it at the next workshop. The next step comes April 14th when City Council votes on mandatory water cuts and surcharges for those who exceed them. Reporting from City Hall, Jacob Daniels, KRIS 6 News.
Jacob, thank you. This afternoon, there was a question and answer session with Nick Winkleman, Chief Operating Officer of Corpus Christi Water. We asked one question that many of you have been asking: how will the city determine when to declare a level 1 water emergency? And more importantly, when? Here's the answer we got.
We are currently modeling to see how the river is reacting with the additional flow from the western well field. Once we have a couple more weeks of data, we will revise the dashboard with this new information and present a new projected date of level 1 water emergency. I would say that's going to be mid-April timeframe.
Another question had to do with how will the city enforce curtailment?
So the drought contingency plan does say that after any violation of the drought contingency plan, a person or organization, business could be cited. And after 2 citations that are found guilty, Corpus Christi Water would be authorized to terminate water service.
Winkleman added that Corpus Christi Water does not take this lightly. He further stated that every case will be looked at. He stressed that a water customer would have to be found guilty of violations by a judge. A key part of the city's drought contingency plan are the different drought stages and when they are triggered. We're currently under stage 3 restrictions, which kick in when our combined lake levels are below 20% of combined capacity. We've been under stage 3 since December 16th, 2024. Where are we today? Our combined capacity is at 8%. Well, during today's water workshop, there was a comment made that it would take a little more than one tropical storm or a hurricane to fill Choke Canyon Reservoir and Lake Corpus Christi. So we bring in our chief meteorologist, Stephanie Lauber, to give us the science behind that.
So that comment is not accurate, unfortunately. A hurricane could give a lot of water. We actually only need about 10 to 20% of what a tropical system could offer. And remember, that does come with other impacts. At this point, I think we may benefit from a storm that is very water generous and lower on the other impacts that we see, like storm surge, devastating winds, and tornadoes. But I want to give the example. 1967, Beulah. That filled Lake Corpus Christi with 25 inches of rainfall. Choke Canyon did not exist at the time, but that was one example of a tropical system that completely turned the water situation around. Yeah. Now, here's where things stand for us right now. We are sitting at a rainfall deficit of just over 4 inches for what we would expect year to date in rainfall. We are behind by about 1/8 of the rainfall we typically receive for the entire year, just under 32 inches of rainfall. So for March, we made some gains. We've had more than a ½ inch of rainfall, almost 2/3. And I think we're going to add to that this weekend. I've got some updates on the Easter holiday weekend forecast and the rainfall we're expecting. I'll bring that to you in your forecast in just a few.
We have breaking news from the Nueces River Authority. A top leader there claims his boss is misleading the public about a major water project. Chief Operating Officer Travis Pruski sent a letter to the board outlining his concerns. He claims Executive Director John Byram presented false water sale numbers for the planned Harbor Island desalination plant. Pruski also says Byram put a $30 million flood grant at risk through repeated delays. In a statement to Chris 6 News, John Byram says the NRA is aware of the concerns, but as of this is a personnel-related matter that he cannot comment on specific details. The agency's executive committee will meet to decide how to handle the situation.
I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Orange Grove. Almost 2 weeks ago, I told you how Orange Grove city leaders were worried about the city of Corpus Christi using the same water source as them. Now, those city leaders are seeing rapid changes in their local aquifer, including a drop in water levels and water quality. For Sierra Phillips, the water crisis hits close to home.
I go straight to survival mode since I have kids, and of course, hygiene. You need water to survive and live, and I mean, there's only so much bottled water in this world too.
This mom of 4 has lived in Orange Grove for decades and says she's worried.
That's hard to think about, especially like I'll just be washing dishes sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I be, scrubbing these dishes while there's water running or brushing our teeth?
City Manager Todd Wright says they've been watching this crisis unfold since last June.
So we want the public know, our residents know, that we have been monitoring conditions since as early as of June of last year, 2025.
Then in March, after the governor's emergency order sped up rural pumping permits, Orange Grove saw a dramatic drop.
On Thursday, March 19th, that following Monday, we recorded our largest drawdown event on the aquifer, where it dropped to 17 feet.
An aquifer is basically underground water storage. Think of it like a giant natural sponge beneath the ground. Now, Wright says water quality has reduced.
As of yesterday, we were sitting at 1,140. The TCEQ and EPA standards for drinking water is 1,200. So after 1,200, it's not safe for drinking water.
For 90 years, this community has relied on one aquifer. Now, they're exploring emergency options, including buying water from Alice and seeking state help while searching for long-term solutions. I reached out to Corpus Christi City Manager Peter Zanoni, who's been in talks with the hydrologist.
His first reaction is he doesn't see how it is possible because of distance, because of the flow of water in the aquifer, how our wells could be impacting his.
He says the hydrologist wants to see more data from Orange Grove. City leaders from Orange Grove and Corpus Christi are meeting on Wednesday to review data and prevent the city from running dry. In Orange Grove, I'm Melissa Trevino, Chris 6 News.
Melissa, thank you. You can stay up to date on all of our running dry coverage. You'll find all of our water crisis stories on our website, christv.com, or just scan the QR code on the screen with your smartphone.